If you need better sleep, want to prioritize rest, or simply relax and reset after a busy day, then this cozy night routine is for you. Once 5 p.m. hits, my entire aim is to regulate my nervous system and start slowing down. So shutting down my computer and closing the door to my office helps me to mentally detach and enter into self-care mode. This evening, I meal prepped everything I needed the day before so that I could make an easy dinner that required very little effort. At this point, everything just needed to be transferred into my Instant Pot so that I could set it and forget it. If you have one or something similar, it saves so much time and energy, and it makes all the difference between procrastinating and doing what I need to do. And I'm making a plant-based chili with quinoa and lentils. Quinoa is a great source of magnesium, which helps to relax the nervous system. There's something so comforting about a bowl of grains and beans for me. I found that whenever I eat nourishing, well-rounded meals for dinner, I always sleep better. For this dinner, I'm following a recipe from a physical cookbook versus one I found off my phone, and this has helped me to rely on it a lot less. It's just a small way I give myself some digital rest. Too much screen time can make us feel anxious and like we're stuck in fight or flight mode. Balancing that out as much as possible with micro habits has made a world of difference in how calm and relaxed I feel. And this recipe is a weeknight favorite because it lasts several days for 2 people. That way I have time I wouldn't otherwise get if I was cooking from scratch every single night. Now, once I'm done eating dinner, I do a quick tidy. My husband does a lot of the cleaning after dinner, but this evening I was having a cozy night in alone, so I went ahead and tidied everything up myself. But waking up to a tidy, clean kitchen feels so insanely good. I can't fully rest and relax knowing that certain parts of my home are in utter disarray, and having a clean and clear space sets my mind at ease, and it helps me to mentally shut down from productive mode. When I truly want to feel relaxed, I make some chamomile mint tea. Now, it's best that I do this right after dinner because if I drink that in bed, I will be getting up to pee every 5 seconds when I should be getting good quality sleep in. That causes me to feel exhausted the next morning. So instead, I drink tea while I do a calming hobby. It took a long time for me to realize, but prioritizing rest doesn't only mean getting a good night's sleep. It also means taking time to do slow, low effort hobbies. I've personally been experimenting with different brain off hobbies that allow me to use my hands, my imagination, or a combo of both. Painting by numbers is something that I've been enjoying a lot lately. You don't have to think at all, you just match the colors to the numbers, and by the time you're done, you're left with a cute piece of art. Doing just one brain off hobby after cooking dinner feels like a reward at the end of the day that I can easily do no matter how tired I may feel. Painting allows me to slow down without forcing an abrupt stop to the day. Playing good music with a chill vibe also helps to set the tone as well. The set that I'm using comes with paint, the brushes, and 4 different canvases. Having an activity where you can be still and focus on something that feels good to you is a must to get your mind to fully decompress. For some people, that can be cooking, but that is not the case with me at all. And it's not that way for a lot of people, and that's okay. We all have the choice to find one thing that we like that is for our enjoyment and serves no other purpose. And oftentimes I'm chilling on the couch with my person and we watch whatever we're into at the moment, and that takes place of my painting sessions. Sometimes I'm reading, sometimes I have a chance to do a mix of all of the above. It just looks different from night to night. Having a few low effort options for mandatory chill time is non-negotiable. Just working, doing chores, and going to sleep is not sustainable, and it's the perfect recipe for having an overwhelmed mind that can't shut off at night. On nights that I need extra pampering, I give my skin a little more than the essentials. So I'm using this hair beanie to protect my hairline and to keep the rest of my hair out of the way. I recently started using silicone wristbands instead of regular ones, and they do a little better job of preventing my steak from turning into a big mess and water dripping down my arm. So I start off my skincare with the basics: oil cleanse, then a gentle gel cleanse, and taking my time to massage my skin gently. And if one of your favorite love languages is physical touch, skincare is a great way to practice that for yourself. I'm spraying my face down with aloe water, wiping the excess to prepare my skin for a Manuka honey mask. This mask is super hydrating, and I top it off with a silicone face mask to further lock in the moisture from the honey. And let me tell you, my skin feels so plump and hydrated until the next night. It's great for soothing sensitive skin and breakouts as well. And while that sits, I'm setting a relaxing mood with a beautiful candle and grabbing a comfort read. I have a collection of fiction books I turn to when I want to feel a steady sense of joy in what I'm reading. There was a phase I went through where every single book I read was from the self-help category, and I discovered that was one of the best ways to make myself feel even more overwhelmed and anxious. But while there's nothing wrong with self-improvement, there is a time and place for it, and I promise you that before bed is not the time to start absorbing ideologies that may or may not work for you. You might as well just do that when your mind is well rested and fresh. The thing that shifted my ability to fall asleep fast and stay asleep is taking magnesium glycinate gummies. My sister put me onto these, and I cannot thank her enough because this changed the game for me. I take them before hopping into the shower to enhance the relaxing effect it has on me. I keep a bedtime alarm that lets me know, hey, it's time for a relaxing shower. We have alarms to wake up and start the day, so it's only right that we have them to help us slow down for the nighttime too. Night showers send the signal to my mind and body that it's time to slow down and rest, and it feels as if I'm washing the day away and resetting. I keep my routine very simple with unscented black soap and an African net sponge. I don't like to keep my routine long and complicated because it is the end of the day and I just don't have the capacity to do a million steps in my shower routine. I read an article from the Sleep Foundation that suggested not only do warm showers help us fall asleep faster, but it improves sleep quality. That is absolutely true for my experience when I started to become consistent with them. After my shower, I'm applying the rest of my skincare, aloe water, niacinamide serum, and moisturizer. The last hygiene related thing I do is my oral hygiene routine. I use a water flosser because it feels so good, kind of like a massage for my gums, and it keeps me consistent with flossing. Once I'm done with that, I scrape my tongue and brush my teeth. To prep a little bit for my morning routine, I set up my workout clothes from the night before to help with decision fatigue. Once night falls, I make it a point to keep my home as dark as humanly possible to keep sending my brain signals that I'm winding down and it's time to rest. Just like getting sunlight in the morning allows us to fully wake up, darkness allows us to fully rest. For full body moisture and to smell delicious before bed, I'm applying lotion and scented body oil all over. I have cozy socks that lock in the moisture, and I swear that wearing them helps me sleep better as well. I always wear something loose and breathable because I'm basically the Human Torch in my sleep. I apply deodorant also at night because I enjoy smelling good everywhere. My favorite bedtime scent to encourage deep sleep is lavender. I put a few drops of the essential oil in my diffuser and it makes my entire bedroom smell like a relaxing spa. There are studies that have shown that lavender does improve quality of sleep, and I'll link the article below for you to dig into the details. Even though I don't necessarily fall asleep at 9 p.m, I make it a point to get into bed around that time. Because I wake up at 6 a.m. every morning, I know I need 8 hours of sleep, so that means I need to be asleep by 10 p.m, not get in bed at 10. If my mind is completely full by the time I get into bed, journaling has been a really good activity to do. I choose not to have structure with my writing, and I'll write out whatever is left over in my mind. I feel safe doing that because number one, it's private, and number two, I know if there's anything important that my mind is stressing over, I can review that journal entry the next morning and double check if there's anything I truly need to address when my mind is well rested. Usually 9 times out of 10, there's absolutely nothing I wrote in there that matters the next morning. Breath work is a simple way to calm my mind without needing to rely on anything outside of myself. It's essentially pattern breathing techniques to slow down your heart rate. One of my personal favorites is the 4-7-8 breath, where you inhale for 4 seconds, hold it for 7, and exhale for 8. Doing this for 5 to 10 minutes is more than enough, and if you don't want to time it, you can just keep breathing until you feel calmer than when you started. I hope this video made you feel cozy and gave you some practical ways to create a more comforting night routine. Subscribe and share this video for more, and I'll see you guys next time.